Jesus begins by asking the question, hey, do you know what leads to successful living? Now, when we think of successful people, we might think of a Fortune 400 CEO, big, powerful guy, somebody who's running the show, who's strong, who's in charge. You know what we don't tend to think of? People who are poor in spirit. People who are mourning. We don't tend to think of people who are meek. People who hunger and thirst after righteousness, who are really, really bothered by their sin and by the sin that they see in the culture around them. People who are merciful. People who are pure in heart. People who are peacemakers. Blessed are the people who are persecuted. Is that what you think of when you think of somebody who's successful, who we might say is happy or fulfilled? That's kind of the opposite of what a lot of people would expect. And when God's coming to set up his kingdom, and you think, who's going to be a successful person when God sets up his kingdom? Jesus says, well, he's the kind of person who's poor in spirit and who's mourning and who's meek and who's hungering and thirsting after righteousness and is merciful and pure in heart and is a peacemaker. And yeah, those kinds of people, they're going to be persecuted today. But if that's you, you ought to be happy about it.